Ambassador Thexlan's 3 hearts nearly stopped when the transmission came through. After 847 standard cycles of silence, the Sol system had finally responded to the Galactic Council's hails. The message was simple, almost dismissive. "We're ready to talk now." Thexlan remembered the stories from the archives, passed down through generations of Council historians. Humanity had been a young species, barely capable of faster-than-light travel, when they'd encountered the Vraxian collective at the edge of their system. The meeting had been catastrophic. The Vraxians, arrogant in their technological superiority, had demanded Earth's immediate submission and integration into their empire. Humanity's response had shocked the galaxy. They retreated, not in defeat but with purpose. Within a single solar rotation, every human vessel, every colony, every outpost beyond their home system had been recalled. They erected a barrier around Sol, not a physical one, but something far more sophisticated. Any ship that approached simply forgot why it had come. Jump coordinates became corrupted. Navigation systems failed in ways that shouldn't have been possible. The Vraxian collective, enraged by this defiance, had sent a war fleet of 3,000 vessels. None returned. No debris, no distress signals, no evidence they'd ever reached Sol. They simply vanished at the barrier's edge. After that, the galaxy had left humanity alone. The Council had designated Sol as a quarantined zone and moved on. Civilizations rose and fell. The Vraxian collective collapsed into civil war and faded into obscurity. New powers emerged, and through it all, Earth remained hidden, silent, forgotten by most. Until today. Now, as Thexlan's diplomatic vessel approached the coordinates humanity had provided, just outside the barrier they'd maintained for centuries, he felt the weight of galactic history pressing down on him. The Council had debated for weeks about who should make first contact. In the end, they'd chosen him, a Keltarin known for his patience and diplomatic skill. He just hoped it would be enough. The barrier parted like a curtain, and Thexlan's ship emerged into the Sol system. What he saw made his translator implant malfunction from sheer incomprehension. The system was alive. Massive ring structures encircled the sun, siphoning energy at scales that defied his understanding. Artificial habitats, each the size of small moons, orbited in perfect geometric formations around every planet. The asteroid belt had been entirely disassembled and reconstructed into a computational matrix that made the Council's most advanced AI cores look like primitive calculators. And the ships. By the ancestors, the ships. They didn't just float in space, they seemed to phase in and out of reality itself. Sleek, organic-looking vessels that hummed with barely contained power. His sensors couldn't even properly classify what they were made of. The readings kept coming back with impossible results. Matter that existed in multiple quantum states simultaneously, energy signatures that predated the current universe, propulsion systems that appeared to violate causality itself. A voice crackled over his communication system, speaking perfect galactic standard with an accent he recognized from the old archives, Earth English. "Ambassador Thexlan, welcome to Sol. We apologize for keeping you waiting. We've been busy." A human woman materialized on his view screen. She appeared young by human standards, though Thexlan knew that meant nothing anymore. Her eyes held the depth of centuries, and faint bioluminescent patterns flickered beneath her skin. Augmentations far beyond anything in Council space. "I am Director Chen of the Sol Concordat. We understand the Council has questions." Thexlan found his voice, though it trembled. "Director Chen, the galaxy has wondered, what has humanity been doing for 8 centuries? Chen smiled, and it wasn't entirely comforting. "Growing up, Ambassador. When we met the Vraxians, we realized something crucial. The galaxy was full of empires built on subjugation, of species who'd forgotten how to dream. We decided to take a different path." She gestured, and the view screen split to show countless images. Humans working alongside synthetic intelligences that were true consciousnesses, not mere programs. Genetic enhancements that had eliminated disease and aging, quantum computers that could simulate entire universes, and more, so much more. "We spent our time in isolation pushing every boundary we could find," Chen continued. "We merged with our AI, became symbiotic partners rather than masters and servants. We rewrote our genetics not to become superior, but to become adaptable. We learned to manipulate quantum foam, to touch the underlying code of reality itself. We did something the rest of the galaxy seems to have forgotten how to do." What's that? Thexlon whispered. We evolved. Not just biologically, but philosophically. We learned that power without wisdom is tyranny, that technology without ethics is destruction. The Vraxians taught us what we didn't want to become. Chen leaned forward. We're ready to rejoin the galaxy now, Ambassador. But not as subjects, not as conquerors. As partners. As teachers. As friends, if you'll have us. Thexlon looked at the impossibility surrounding him. The Dyson swarm, the megastructures, the ships that bent reality, the civilization that had transcended every limitation his people still struggled against. I think, he said slowly, the Council needs to reconsider what ready to talk actually meant. Chen's smile widened. Take your time, Ambassador. We've learned patience. We have all the time in the world, literally. Our sun has another 5 billion years, and we've learned how to make even that last longer. She paused. But while you're here, would you like a tour? We've got quite a lot to show you. As Thexlon's ship was gently guided deeper into the Sol system by fields he couldn't even detect, he activated his emergency transmission to the Council. They needed to know. Humanity hadn't just survived their isolation. They'd used it to become something unprecedented, and the galaxy would never be the same again.